Have you ever wondered about the potential of generating income through dropshipping? Welcome to the world of modern commerce, where the internet is the marketplace and your computer, the shopfront. Today, we're going to explore an exciting and potentially lucrative business model known as dropshipping. So, what is dropshipping? In a nutshell, it's a retail fulfillment method where a store doesn't keep the products it sells in stock. Instead, when a store sells a product, it purchases the item from a third party and has it shipped directly to the customer. As a result, the merchant never sees or handles the product. The appeal of dropshipping is vast. Let's start with the low startup costs. Unlike traditional retail models where you need a brick-and-mortar store and an inventory, dropshipping requires neither. You only purchase a product when you've already made the sale and have been paid by the customer. This cuts out the significant costs associated with holding inventory and managing a physical store. Next, dropshipping offers a level of flexibility that few other business models can match. With dropshipping, you can run your business from anywhere with an internet connection. Fancy working from a beach in Bali or from a cozy cafe in Paris? With dropshipping, it's possible. Moreover, you're not limited to selling just one type of product. You can offer a wide range of products to your customers, from fashion accessories to home decor, and change your offerings at the drop of a hat. This flexibility allows you to adapt quickly to market trends and consumer preferences, giving you an edge over more traditional retailers. Lastly, let's not forget the potential for profit. Because not holding inventory, your overhead costs are low, which can translate into higher profit margins. It's a business model that, when executed correctly, can turn a tidy profit. So, are you ready to dive deeper into the world of dropshipping? Let's unravel the process together. And hey, don't forget to like and subscribe for more content like this. Scene script. First things first, what exactly is dropshipping? You might have heard the term thrown around in conversations about e-commerce or online retail, but what does it really mean? Well, dropshipping is a retail fulfillment method in which a store doesn't actually keep the products it sells in stock. That's right. No massive warehouses, no endless inventory checks, no handling of the products at all. Instead, when a store sells a product, it purchases that item from a third party, often a wholesaler or manufacturer, and has it shipped directly to the customer. Let's paint a picture here. Imagine you're running an online shop selling designer lamps. A customer orders a lamp from your store. Instead of having a warehouse full of lamps that you need to package and ship, you simply pass that order to your third-party supplier. They take care of the packaging and shipping, and the lamp arrives directly at your customer's doorstep with your store's name on the box. In this scenario, you're essentially acting as a middleman. You're the connection between the customer and the product supplier. You're responsible for the marketing and customer service, while the supplier handles the inventory and logistics. The beauty of dropshipping is that it can significantly lower the barriers to entry for budding entrepreneurs. You don't need a lot of capital to start a dropshipping business. All you need is a good product, a reliable supplier, and a platform to sell on. However, it's not all sunshine and rainbows. Like any business model, dropshipping has its challenges and complexities, which we'll delve into later. For now, let's stick to the basics. So, in a nutshell, dropshipping is a retail method that allows you to sell products without holding any inventory or dealing with shipping. Instead, these tasks are outsourced to a third-party supplier. That's the basic premise of dropshipping. Sounds simple, right? But there's more to it. And we're just getting started. So, stick around as we unravel the intricacies of this fascinating business model in the coming scenes. Now that we know what dropshipping is, how does it work? It's less like a magic trick and more like a ballet. A dance of steps, each choreographed to perfection. Let's waltz through it together. First up, we have the grand entree, listing products. This is where you, as the dropshipper, strut onto the stage. You select products from your supplier's catalog and list them on your online store. But here's the twist. You don't own these products. Not yet, at least. You're essentially showcasing these items on your online storefront, setting your own prices, and waiting for the audience, your customers, to be enthralled. Next, we have the pas de deux, customer orders. This is when the spotlight swings to the customer. They browse your online store, select a product they fancy, and place an order. For them, it's a simple transaction. But for you, it's the cue to the next act. This brings us to the pirouette, forwarding orders to supplier. The customer's order is your signal to pirouette and pass the baton, or in this case, the order, to your supplier. You purchase the ordered product from your supplier at a wholesale price. Remember, you set the retail price on your store, so the difference between the wholesale price and your selling price is your profit. Then we move on to the grand jeté, supplier ships products. Your supplier takes center stage. They package the product and ship it directly to your customer. You don't need to worry about storage, packaging, or shipping. Your supplier handles all of that. Finally, we have the grand finale, delivery to the customer. The product, having danced its way from your supplier, lands gracefully at your customer's doorstep. The customer receives the package as if it has come directly from your store, not knowing about your supplier's role in the performance. And just like that, the ballet of dropshipping concludes. Each step is interconnected, each player crucial to the performance. The process might seem complex, but once you get the rhythm, it's as graceful as a ballet. But here's something to keep in mind. As the dropshipper, you're the choreographer of this dance. You're the one who has to ensure that each step is executed perfectly. From selecting the right products to choosing a reliable supplier, from managing your online store to ensuring customer satisfaction, every detail matters. That's the process from start to finish. But how can you make this work for you? Well, as they say in showbiz, the show must go on. So let's move on to the next act, setting up your dropshipping business. You might be wondering now, how do I set up my own dropshipping business? Well, let's dive right into it. Setting up a dropshipping business involves several key steps. First off, you'll want to choose a niche. This is essentially the market or industry that your business will operate in. It could be anything from vintage clothing to high-tech gadgets. The key here is to find a niche that you're passionate about and that has a demand in the market. Next, it's time to roll up your sleeves and conduct some competitor research. This involves identifying who your main competitors are, what they're selling, and how they're marketing their products. This information will give you a better understanding of the market landscape and help you carve out a unique position for your business. Once you've chosen a niche and done your competitor research, it's time to secure a supplier. This is a critical step because your supplier is the one who will be manufacturing and shipping your products. You'll want to make sure they're reliable and can deliver high-quality products in a timely manner. Now, on to the fun part. Building an e-commerce website. This is your online storefront where customers will browse and purchase your products. It needs to be user-friendly, visually appealing, and optimized for search engines. You can use platforms like Shopify or WooCommerce to make this process easier. With your website up and running, it's time to create a customer acquisition plan. This involves deciding how you'll attract and retain customers. Will you use social media marketing, email marketing, SEO, or maybe a combination of these? Your customer acquisition plan should align with your overall business goals and target audience. Lastly, you'll need to analyze and optimize. This means consistently reviewing your business performance and making improvements where necessary. Use tools like Google Analytics to track your website traffic, conversion rates, and other key metrics. Remember, setting up a dropshipping business is not a one-time thing. It's a continuous process that requires constant tweaking and refining. But don't let that intimidate you. With passion and perseverance, you can build a successful dropshipping business that generates a steady income. And there you have it. From choosing a niche to analyzing and optimizing, these are the key steps to setting up a dropshipping business. It might seem daunting at first, but with each step, you're laying the foundation for your future success. With these steps, you're on your way to starting your own dropshipping business. So go ahead, take the leap, and start building your dropshipping empire. The world is your oyster, and it's waiting for you to make your mark. Scene script. Like any business model, dropshipping has its ups and downs. Let's discuss those. Starting with the ups, or rather, the advantages of dropshipping. One of the biggest pros is the low startup costs. Traditional retail requires buying stock in bulk, renting a storage space, and maintaining inventory. Dropshipping, on the other hand, allows you to bypass these costs. You only purchase a product when a customer places an order. Another advantage is flexibility. As a dropshipper, you're not tied to a physical location. You can run your business from anywhere with an internet connection. This freedom can be a significant benefit for entrepreneurs who value mobility and work-life balance. Then, there's the wide selection of products. With dropshipping, you're not limited by the size of your storage space or your budget. You can offer a vast array of items without worrying about where to keep them. And lastly, dropshipping is easy to scale. As your business grows, you don't have to worry about hiring more staff or expanding your storage space. The supplier takes care of all that. But like the flip side of a coin, dropshipping has its downsides. One such con is supplier errors. If your supplier messes up an order, it's your reputation on the line. Next, there's the issue of low margins. Because dropshipping is so accessible, competition can be fierce, driving prices down and squeezing your profits. Inventory issues can also be a problem. If your supplier runs out of stock, you might end up with disappointed customers and canceled orders. And finally, shipping complexities. If you're sourcing products from multiple suppliers, coordinating shipping can be a logistical nightmare. Different suppliers may have different shipping times, complicating your delivery promises to customers. Knowing the pros and cons of dropshipping enables you to make an informed decision about whether this business model is right for you. So, what have we learned today about dropshipping? Well, for starters, we've demystified what dropshipping actually is. It's a retail fulfillment method where a store doesn't keep the products it sells in stock. Instead, when a store sells a product, it purchases the item from a third party and has it shipped directly to the customer. Thus, the seller doesn't have to handle the product directly. This can be a game changer for those who want to start a business, but are constrained by space or capital. Secondly, we've walked through the drop shipping process. It begins with the customer placing an order from your online store. You then forward the order and customer details to the drop shipping supplier. The supplier takes care of packaging and shipping the product directly to the customer. The beauty of this process is that you never have to handle any inventory, which significantly reduces your overhead costs. We've also dug deep into how to set up your own dropshipping business. From selecting a profitable niche, sourcing a reliable supplier, to building an e-commerce website, we've covered it all. Remember, the key to success in dropshipping, like any other business, is to offer value to your customers. This could be in the form of competitive pricing, unique products, superior customer service, or a combination of these. Moreover, we've weighed the pros and cons of the dropshipping business model. On the upside, it's a low-risk business model with minimal startup costs. It's also flexible, allowing you to run your business from anywhere with an internet connection. However, on the flip side, there are challenges to consider. These include supplier errors, inventory issues, and low profit margins due to heavy competition. But don't let these potential pitfalls deter you. With the right strategies and mindset, you can overcome these hurdles and build a successful dropshipping business. Finally, we've emphasized the importance of continuous learning and adaptation in this ever-evolving e-commerce landscape. Stay updated with the latest trends, learn from your competitors, and most importantly, listen to your customers. Their feedback can provide invaluable insights to help you improve your business. With this knowledge, you're now equipped to venture into the world of dropshipping. Remember, every business requires dedication and hard work. Are you ready to take the plunge?